2 cards left. I think I could just say screw it and just say we're a 42 card deck. Because I normally like to trim down to 16 lands. But if I'm going to go 1 card heavy, having an extra land to back up that 1 card, I think is fine. Well, we don't really cantrip draw with this deck. But the idea is, I don't want to trim out some of these answer cards. And I like having some redundancies to some of our cards as well. So we'll just run it like that. We'll go for a 42 card deck. Because I feel like it is the answer. Yep, good old Hitch. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Alright. On the movie Hitch with... Oh, no. Alright, minus points for you there, Chuck. Alright. I know you're joking, but in which case. It's a super slow hand. I'm going to try keeping it. Appreciate it. Alright, go for the land. Most of the time, once when you're playing in drafts, people go on decks that aren't super fast, so I felt like I could risk not playing until we get a turn 4 play. Now, I could get seriously punished by this, because it's got Menace, so we can't even play this and block it. But the opponent's in black, green, white, so they could have multiple removal spell answers here. Oh, they just milled one of those removal spell answers. Glad to see it. Alright, we hit Squee off the top, but we'll actually go for the Sentry this turn. Next turn, we can play Squee and hold up different pump options based on how the opponent may block him. Let's see. I feel like Squee is a good play here. Swing the Monarch in. Go, my crazy little friend, go. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a might. I actually really love this version of Squee, and the fact that he has his toy here. If you're not familiar with Squee's lore, back once when he was a part of the OG Weatherlight crew, he was actually depicted with this toy. So the fact that he's got it still, I just love it. Oh, there goes Squee into the graveyard. And one of the other things about Squee, if you're not familiar with the lore, he doesn't quite stay dead. He actually was murdered by Urtai multiple times, and was brought back to life with a unending, like, life curse. Given to him by Krovax. So, fun little bit there. Alright, let's go ahead and go for our treaty. Gonna start on the start here. Get ourselves another forest. Go for our Battle Mage. This means that once when we go in for an attack next turn with the Sentry, even though we may lose it to the Gardener here, we'll be able to trample over it. And it doesn't matter who we target with Colossal Growth. The Sentry will trample over. Oh no, opponent, do you have another removal spell? If they attack with that, we just take it, because I don't want to offer a block and lose it to them just simply pumping. No blocks. Alright, we take a hit. Ooh, the Writhing Necromass. Alright, let's go ahead and send it. See how the opponent reacts. Alright. We'll actually Colossal Growth with the kick. Put it here. This gives us enough power to take out both their creatures. And it'll be the opponent's turn. Let's see, if I'd actually gone for the other kick, it would have been an extra 1, 2, 3, 7 damage. We could have had him down to 4. And then we could have actually have played Squee back from the graveyard. You know, that probably was the better play. We'll see if we get punished on that or not. But as it stands, during our turn, we can use the treaty, pump the token. Alright, so they Bortuck, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have all 5. But that can't go to play, that has to go to hand. Alright, deck. Untap land, and we get to kill the opponent. Not an untapped land. But I can still play that. Let's see. No, I can't. Oh, wait. I can play Squee from the graveyard. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Submit. Attack in. Let's see. So how much damage is it going to be? 1, 2... Oh, let's see. Is it other creatures you control? So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So play this here, and GG's opponent. Woo! Oh, I actually did 12. But we get there. And Squee offers his life more than once to the cause. Man, I love this Squee. It's great. It's actually really funny when it comes to building decks for Magic. Pump is generally not seen as that strong of a thing in the constructed format. But when you're playing Draft, Pump is actually sometimes some of the strongest things you can play. Alright, we keep this. This is great. So we have Squee, we have the burn to keep people out of the way of Squee. So we might be able to just win purely off Squee. Oh, please no counterspell magic. No counterspell magic. Yes! Oh, burn magic! No! Oh. Okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it prevents the opponent from taking 1 point of damage there, but we punch in. Micromancer gets some spell. Mana cost 1 exactly. They get themselves Flowstone Infusion, which unfortunately will be enough to kill Squee. But we will burn this out of the way. We'll attack in, get another token, save our pump to protect Squee. Alright. And we will attack in. We'll kick a pump. Opponent's down to 5. If the opponent can't put anything to the, do anything to this board state, we have them dead. We're, unfortunately, I think 1 card short from being able to replace from the graveyard if they actually do hit as well, like a drag down, like go swamp drag down. If they bring a creature to the board, it has to have more than 4 toughness if they only bring 1 creature to the board. Because even though we don't have the ability to kick this for white, the fact it's dealing 4 damage to any creature or planeswalker is enough to be an issue for our opponent. Alright, so they tribute away Squee. Alright, congratulations on getting to Diamond. What did you get to Diamond in it? Were you drafting or standard or... Alright, well, opponent goes Rager, and that's the end of them. I was just literally going to go land attack, because there was no reason for us to even use the burn spell there. Alright, congratulations. Alright, on the open, it seems keepable. Now, we don't have a play until Squee, but I like the fact that I'm seeing these types of pump spells with the Squee. We still need to get a blue source for the purpose of the might here. That, and also, you know, be able to play that terror at some point. Alright, let's go for the Squee. I'm going to risk it against burn here, but... Do you have the Flowstone, or do you have the Lightning Strike? Alright, they let the attack trigger go through. Alright, our opponent is holding Pump in their hand, is what that means. They didn't have any interaction until we put Squee to the board. Alright. Go land, and we'll attack in right away. If they block against Squee, we have the Bellows here. Bellows gives us first strike, so we keep our Squee to the board. We'll keep Lightning Strike on top. It does keep us off our mana curve, but that's fine. Alright, what do you have, opponent? No! Terra Sunder! It exiles Squee! Oh, rip Squee! Alright, we'll get our Gardener to the board. We'll attack in. Oh, I was thinking Squee would actually be able to potentially run more, but... sadly, not the case. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna actually go ahead and go for the attacks here. Alright, opponent actually blocks the token. We will give it the kick. I was hoping to see if they would, you know, maybe block the Gardener. Now, I know they wouldn't, but sometimes they make those crazy mistakes. Because they block the Gardener because of its Death Touch. 1 point's considered lethal, and the rest would go to face. Alright, Discovery for our opponent. How much damage can we do here? We can do 3, bring him down to 7. Plus 6, down to 4, plus 2, down to 2 at most. So, better for us to bring out the Terror. Strike him in the face. Land, Terror. Swing in the 2. Next turn, we are potentially going to be able to get lethal. It's still a maybe situation here. Now, the opponent could go for the sweep is what I was thinking, if they manage to get it in black. But we have the pump to protect the Terror. Alright, opponent gets the Weatherseed Treaty to the board. They start on Chapter 1. Somebody is greedy. Oh, that's actually lethal. Because even if they block Terror, we get 3 unblocked plus Gaia's Might. So, we'll attack. And we pump. Good game, opponent. Woo. Man, the opponent ramped a lot, but that's all they did. Ooh, this is a bit of a greedy hand if we keep it. Oh, we do have the Picker to help us maybe discard draw into the land? I think I'm going to keep it. Alright. So we don't have to discard draw, we can just use the Espionage. Alright, Goblin Picker for our opponent. The fact that we managed to draw the lands is pretty solid for us. Trying to figure out, do we go for the Gardener, or do we maybe... Yeah, I think it's Gardener. Oop. Cruder. I think we need to deal with that before they possibly get anything that could protect it. For 1 white or red mana, I can't think of anything that protects it. I'm willing to trade my picker against theirs. Now, what do they have for 1 mana that... Oh, okay. They were just sitting on the discard draw as their only interaction. Okay. Let's go for Sentry. Probably would have been better actually to go for Gardener, so that way I could next turn go Sentry if I don't hit a land, hold up, shore up. But I feel like that... It's okay that we didn't do that, since we kept them from being able to go Strike Team in for a big hit. Sure, they hit us for a lot in the air. Gardener to board. Lightning Strike that. That way they can't potentially go another Strike Team or any other token spells to burst damage in the air. Let's go for the draw spell first, since we can play the Brawler off the remaining mana. Okay. Brawler to board. I don't go for Terror, because I want to hold up the shore up. Once move into combat, giving us the all attack. We'll block these. Heroic charge for the opponent. So we can save this. That actually was us blocking almost the most amount of damage we could. Hold the land in hand, just as bluff. Alright, land pass. We unfortunately have to stay on the defense. Now, their Alpha Strike there did hurt a lot, but it wasn't a lethal blow. Unfortunately, we're flooding now. Let's see, we've gone through 8 mana, so we're halfway through our lands. Almost halfway through the deck. Trying to think if there's, like, what's our best draw in this situation? Definitely not more lands. It could be our opponent's just drawing lots of lands as well. Alright, we get a Sentry to the board. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting to see if we can get the red-blue creature that allows us to... Alright, they kick that. We just sacrifice Gardener here. Alright, we got our own Kavu. Let's see, the red-blue pump creature almost is enough to be lethal on the attack. We're just going straight 20. Just because we have this one spell that allows us to trigger for the purpose of the spell trigger. Now, I'd love it if our opponent quit doing that. Alright, we're gonna stay on the defense with this. Because we know the opponent does play Heroic Charge. Gives all their creatures +2/+1 and trample if they kick it. So just holding back one blocker or two blockers isn't enough. Because after all, they do have a Menace on the Kavu, so it does require two things to block it. Opponent's moving to combat? No, okay. Oh, jeez. Where's Squee? I'd love to draw Squee, because I could just kamikaze him in and be able to replay him back from the graveyard. Alright, Warbreed's good. Now, this is going to be the kind of opponent where I could just potentially run into one who's holding the spell that makes it so that way we, have to discard 2 cards and take 3 damage, right? Alright, what do you have, opponent? More land. 4, 8, 11. Only 5 more lands. Oh wait, no. 6 more lands. Dang it! The fact I'm at 17 lands. Okay, the deck had to make sure I wasn't lying about how many lands were in the deck. Oh, alright. Is all of our our like key cards at the bottom of the deck? Is that how this is? Alright, let's send the Terror. Let's see. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, send the Terror. Let's see what happens. Alright, opponent takes 5. We don't actually waste any pump right now, because I know we don't have the ability to just suddenly have lethal. Let's see, opponent's at 12 lands on the board. 13. So, opponent's in the same, like, level of flood we are. Potentially more, considering they're holding cards we don't know what they are. Attempt to Lightning Strike that in response. Alright, there's Take a Shield, so has Indestructible, has Lifelink. So we have to block it, and we're going to lose whatever we block with. The one turn where I get, like, impatient and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and risk a attack. One attacker. Here comes the pump spell for the sleeper, right? Okay, so not lethal yet. That takes us to 1. Kick here. So we don't lose our creature for the purpose of... Okay. Okay. So, let's see. We're looking at 8. Going down to 6. That's still not enough to kill us. Resolve? Our turn? We're at 1. We're dead to any burn from our opponent that can go to face. Okay. At this point, if they have a hammer hand, that does kill us. but it seems like it's just more land for our opponent. We're getting all the pump. We need our creatures. Squee, where are you? Or the red-blue creature. We're down to the last 12 cards in deck. Oh no. That gives the ability to pump all their creatures. Alright. So... block here, double block here. How does the opponent handle this? Oh, I think the opponent just punted. Because we have enough pump to protect our cards. Because this costs 5 mana, so they can only activate that twice. It does mean that they can kill, you know, our sentry here. We can let that go, potentially. But I'm going to save it. I'll let one of the War Brutes go. Actually, I don't even let a War Brute grow, because I just go... do this. We kill the Kavu, we keep both our War Brutes here. Land to the bottom. Holy cow, the land. And we go for this here. So we keep all 3 of our creatures. The opponent's only got Vanguard left. Our turn. Oh, I should have been holding the lands all this time. I forgot we had Tatyova in our deck. Oh, that was so dumb of me. Alright, well, we'll still put Tatyova on the board. Let's see, if we kick it, that's going to be 7, 10. Not enough to threaten lethal. We will send both of these, and we're going to hold everything else back. No! Opponent generates 3 tokens. Oh, jeez. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Alright, we can kick this. We can get our lands. How many lands are left in our deck? There's still 5. It doesn't matter which one we grab here. Play it. Animate. Can I afford to attack? Yes. But I'm going to attack with the War Brute by itself. Try and see if I can get the opponent to multi-block it, maybe, and then just Colossal Growth. Because they had the Vanguard pump still playing. Alright, Phalanx, super cheap for the opponent to play. We're not out of this yet. Oh, jeez. Alright, land to board. We get to animate. You know, I'm gonna do this right now. I need the creature. Where are you? Impulse! Come on, where are you? There's Squee. Let's see, it puts it onto the battlefield tapped. It's actually better for us to grab the treaty here, sadly. Yeah, it doesn't matter what order they're going to go on, because we're going to shuffle it. Go for it on 1. Get a land. Animate. How much damage are we looking at in the air here? 3, 6, 9. Plus a kick. That's 4, so that's 13. So we have lethal, I think, right? Because 5... It gets blocked by 1. Gets blocked by 1. Trample. Blocked there. Blocked. Blocked. I don't want to get blown out for accidentally missing the math here, so I'm only going to attack for 3. Next turn, we'll be able to attack the lethal. Oh, I could have actually attacked with both of the... Yeah, no, I missed lethal. So I could have turned these in enlistments, and that would have done it. So yeah, no, that was a oops. I had it. So does the opponent get to punish me with their draw? Because if I had enlisted these, that would have been 8... Actually, better if I count this way. 9. So 15 points of trample damage. So yeah. Opponent does get another phalanx to the board, which is good for them, but not enough. Alright. Yeah, especially considering we top deck one of the lands we shuffled back around, because we originally had this on the bottom of the deck. But so enlist, attack, 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 attack. Good game. Alright.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.